Recently, I spent the better part of a week in Washington, D.C., living in a hotel room. Each morning, I watched the early news on television and then read the morning paper while eating breakfast. President Ford had just granted a pardon to his predecessor. The amount of venom that spewed from the mouths and pens of the commentators was unbelievable. They were aflame with indignation. In all that week of morning watching and reading, I never heard nor read among the commentators and editorialists a single paragraph of positive thought. The speakers were brilliant. They were men of incisive language, scintillating in their expression. The columnists were masters of the written word. With studied art, they poured out the sour vinegar of invective and anger, judging as if they were the repositories of all wisdom. At the conclusion of that week, I too made a negative observation. Said I, surely this is the age and the place of the gifted pickle sucker. The tragedy is that this spirit is epidemic. Criticism, fault-finding, evil-speaking, these are of the spirit of the day. They are in our national life. To hear tell these days there is nowhere a man of integrity among all those holding political office. In many instances, this spirit has become the very atmosphere of university campuses. The snide remark, the sarcastic jibe, the cutting down of associates, these too often are of the essence of our conversation. In our homes, wives weep and children finally give up under the barrage of criticism leveled by husbands and fathers. It is the forerunner of divorce, the cultivator of rebellion, sometimes a catalyst that leads to failure. Even in the church, it sows the seeds of inactivity and finally apostasy. I come to you this morning with a plea that we stop seeking out the storms and enjoy more fully the sunlight. I am suggesting that we accentuate the positive. I am asking that we look a little deeper for the good, that we still our voices of insult and sarcasm, that we more generously compliment virtue and effort. I am not asking that all criticism be silenced. Growth comes of correction. Strength comes of repentance. Wise is the man who can acknowledge mistakes pointed out by others and change his course. I am not suggesting that our conversation be all honey and blossoms. Clever expression that is sincere and honest is a skill to be sought for and cultivated. What I am suggesting and asking is that we turn from the negativism that so permeates our society and look for the remarkable good in the land and times in which we live. That we speak of one another's virtues more often than we speak of one another's faults. That optimism replace pessimism. That our faith exceed our fears. When I was a boy, our father often said to us, cynics do not contribute, skeptics do not create, doubters do not achieve.